Hi guys, this could be an interesting shootout today between two bikes. Here we got a 2018 model Honda CB500X. It's only a couple of days old, so can't be much newer than that, against a 2018 model Royal Enfield C5 Pegasus. It's only done roughly, it's about 3 weeks old, done about 150 mile. So we got the old style new against this one, and I think it'll be interesting to find out really how much better this bike is, or is it really that much better than this one. So looking at the Honda first, we got a 500cc twin putting out 47 brake horsepower through a 6-speed box, front and rear ABS brakes, naturally electric start, but no gear indicator. Back over here we got a 500cc single putting out 27 horsepower through a 5-speed box, front and rear ABS. Hard to believe, but it's got it. No gear indicator, but it has got electric and kickstart. When you look at both bikes, I suppose you wouldn't class it as a fair comparison, even though this one's new and looks 50 years old. But surprisingly, when you look at both bikes, this one in Australia comes in at a neat 8,000, and this one here comes in at 10,000. So by rights it should be put against more expensive bikes. So apart from that, well, it'll be interesting to see what people think. I own both bikes, so it's not as if I'd borrowed them just to do this test. So this is my first run on a Honda since I've been back into bikes, 6 years. In the last few years I've had a dozen of these, so all different models in the Enfields, but I enjoy riding them. So it was only a couple of weeks back I decided I'd read the good reports on the Honda CB500X, and I thought to myself, well, I might buy one, give it a bit of a run. And then I thought afterwards, after it arrived, I only got it today, but I thought a couple of days back I might put it against this one and just see what it's like, one against the other, and see what, some people might get a bit of amusement off it. It'll be more an amusement review, not a serious type one, because I'd probably have to be a bit of a fool to think that this bike here could do what this one will do. So that would be sort of pushing your luck. But even though the Honda I've only ridden at 5 mile, and it does everything nicely at this stage, these are fun bikes to ride. So it's a bit of a dark horse, so you never underestimate a dark horse anyway. So and this one is why it's so dear, 10 grand. There's 1,000 made worldwide of this Pegasus edition. This is number 464, and this goes back to tribute to the World War II bikes. So 125 Flying Fleas, they dropped from planes, so they've put saddlebags and everything on it to commemorate that bike. So and you got your solo seat. Virtually it's just like a C5 Classic 500 with a bit of dress up on it, but apart from that, I don't mind the look of it. Gets plenty of attention when you take them out, or these Enfields do anyway. People just like the look of old bike, and they don't think for a start that it's actually brand new. So that's one thing. While we're at it, I might do a sound check for you on both bikes. So we'll try the CB500X first. And we started it now for the second time, and it's a very good starter. Quiet. Nice and smooth too, not showing any virtually nil vibration. Nice looking bike, dude. We'll go over and check out the Enfield. This isn't totally factory standard, it's running a sports muffler on it at the moment, but it's more trouble than it's worth to take that muffler off just to do it, but it does sound good with it. Bit of vibe. Didn't bother cracking the throttle on the Honda because it'd be a waste of time. It wouldn't sound any louder than what it is to start with. So we've got this one on a standard exhaust system, nice and quiet. We've got this one over here, the sports muffler, more like a crackling Rosie. That ends part one of this review. Next time I'll be out on the road and giving my opinions on both bikes and tell you what I think of both. In the meantime, I'm doing a little bit of modifications to this Royal Enfield. I've removed one of the saddlebags, and I'm going to put a bracket across there because this bike will be heading out into the scrub shortly on a rabbit hunt. So maybe later on you'll get the chance to read how this bike performed and something like that in the Australian magazine Sport and Shooter, maybe later on in the year, but at this stage it's ready to roll, and if it was good enough to ride these bikes anywhere in India, it should be good enough to ride it in the paddock. So I'll put it to the test shortly. So apart from that, hope you enjoyed the interview and the review on both these bikes, and we'll see what happens in part 2 of it. Thanks for watching.